Hello everybody. This morning one of my kids forgot their coats, and if you see, the white stuff is on the ground. We are full swing. We'll just say it's around mid-October, and we are full winter. It snowed the very beginning of October, and all the Alaskans were like, oh, it'll melt, it'll go away, and then come back and go away. No, it just stayed. So, very early winter for us Alaskans, but it is what it is. It's Alaska. I'm thankful for 30-degree winter right now because it's kind of nice to be outside in the winter, and it doesn't hurt to be out there. It's fantastic because here in about 2 months we'll be probably 60, 70 degrees colder. Not looking forward to that part. But I did get the coat turned in before recess, and that was the goal. If you don't know, us Fairbanks people, I'm not sure where else, but in the Fairbanks area, they do recess until 20 below zero. So it is very important to have very good snow gear. They go outside every day, so it has to be durable snow gear. You just have to make sure your babies are covered because they can easily get frostbite on their wrists or face or ears. Just some facts about us here in the old interior Alaska. My voice is kind of in and out today, so I'm gonna apologize about that. Today we're headed to Costco. I gotta do a Costco run. It's actually early out today for school, so I gotta kind of hurry. We'll call this a medium Costco run, that's the plan. But there's also going to be a lot of meat in there because, you guys, it is scary. Every time I go grocery shopping, my gut just kind of drops a little bit on how much it costs to just survive. I will say that we are working more on eating it. I mean, we eat at home most of the time. We do not eat out a lot by any means, but we do occasionally. There is nights that I am just completely burnt out and I'm like, all right, McDonald's it is. And it's not even like everybody orders what they want, because if everybody orders what they want, it's like $50. We do we call it menu hacking. This is too far probably, but here's a little tip. In the app, they have a menu called shareables. And if you have a family, you can get like 20 nuggets, 2 cheeseburgers, and 2 medium fries for like $14. That feeds at least 3 or 4 people. So I don't know. That's what we do. Just so you know. And most places do have apps. Taco Bell has a groups area where you can kind of do the same things. That's my little rant / tips on if you eat out. One really cheap meal that I make is red beans and rice, and I have a big pot. I make a huge batch of it and we eat it for dinner that night, and then I freeze it into meals. And I do have a vacuum sealer, but you could use gallon baggies. It makes it so easy for those nights that I don't want to cook, but we also don't want to go out to eat. I did the math on it. It's $6 a meal for 6 of us to eat. And I think that was including a lunch for Lance. It might not be. I think it was like $1 a person, which is so crazy. We do eat a lot of rice. Actually, I think I need to buy some more rice. I should add that to my list. Anyways, this is getting really long, but welcome to the vlog. Let's head to Costco. Did I say we're going to Costco? Today we're headed to Costco. All right, guys, I'm just checking out my list for Costco. So far, I have ground beef, pork shoulder butt, chicken thighs, shredded cheese, fresh tortillas. I will talk about those when I get them. Tortilla chips, mashed potatoes, Cheerios, glitched out there for a second. Wiper blades for my van, which I don't know if I know that. And then gloves for my kids, and also vodka. It is about that time, actually probably a little later than I wanted to get started, but I want to get my vanilla started to be able to give as Christmas gifts this Christmas. It says 6 weeks, but the longer you soak it, the better. Honestly, I probably should just start the batch for next year at this point. If you don't know, the way to make homemade vanilla extract is just by putting vanilla beans, like a whole bunch of vanilla beans, into a jug of some type of alcohol. I've always wanted to try like bourbon. I think it'd be like a darker vanilla, but I always use vodka because it's very cheap. I can get a huge bottle in here for $15, and everybody uses vanilla extract, just about. If you do any baking whatsoever, you probably use extract. It's just been a fun tradition that I've done just about every year, and I enjoy doing it. All right. Let's head in. I have about an hour before I need to head to go get the kids. All right, here we go. Lance has just informed me that we need them for all 3 of our vehicles. He has like a work vehicle, and then he has his truck that we pull the camper around everywhere, and then also my van. So I'll be going back and getting some more wipers for $7.99 a wiper. That's a really good deal, I think. They're on sale right now. Also, every time I'm in here, I know they're not going to be here, but I look for the Ninja Creamies because I have yet to get one. They were so crazy priced when they were like trending that I didn't get one, and now I really want one, and I was hoping that by Christmas time they would be coming out and we could get a Ninja Creamy. I got a noisy cart today, but all right, let's continue on. Have the s'mores maker that we have. It's only $19.99 here. I want to say Lance paid like $50 for this a while ago, but this thing has been so fun, and we've made so many memories with it making s'mores inside. Last time I was in here, if you guys remember last year, they had the little Christmas lanterns, which I don't see them anymore, not the Disney ones, but they're just like basic little lanterns that have like a Santa in them. They have some snowmen. Anyways, I was able to grab 2. The first time I saw them, I think it was in September, I saw them and I grabbed 2 of them because they're so cute. tortillas that I was talking about. My friend Anna had me over for lunch one day, and they're just dough for tortillas. So you put them in a pan for about 30 seconds each side. It crisps them up. They are the best tortilla you're gonna have, other than like probably homemade, but they will ruin you forever on buying tortillas like pre-made, because they're so good. They're only $8. I got them when they were on sale last time. They were $6, and we got so many meals out of them. So we're forever fresh tortillas thanks to my friend Anna. I am almost done. I am running out of time. I just have to get mashed potatoes. I almost didn't get the vodka for the vanilla, but I just grabbed it because I'm not always here looking for mashed potatoes. And then we'll be on our way. Thank you so much. You too. Thank you. Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
Good. Thank you so much. Yeah, you too. Alright, you guys, I am back home. I had to rush. I got to the school within like 2 minutes. I am never that parent. I'm always the parent that's there like at least 15 minutes early because the line gets crazy. So I just ended up parking and like walking up because I didn't want to be the last parent in the parent pickup line. I forgot to tell you guys the total. Let me give you one last shot. I know it's a little bit dark, but this is the order. Not a ton of stuff. And I realized like there's a little bit of convenience foods like cereal and Uncrustable. Those were only $10. This is like shelf-stable milk. I actually make Lance cookies. Well, I make cookies a lot and they end up going to Lance's work because it's a place to send them and I don't eat them all. But he joked one time about, he was like, man, I wish I had some milk with those cookies. So he will have milk for a long time every time I make cookies. So the vodka ended up being $16.26 with the alcohol tax. So there's that one. I'm not sure how these get so wrinkly so fast. Let me just set that there. If you didn't know, Fairbanks does not have sales tax, which is really nice. But the total was $353.17. The smallest Costco run we have had in a long time, but it honestly wasn't very much stuff. It was, when she told me the total, I was like, oh my gosh, I got some meat and cereal. I did get gloves for all 3 of the kids, which were, I think, $12 a piece. Natalie's might have been $17 because I got her the adult size. And then I also did get wipers for all the vehicles, which was $16 a vehicle, $32, $48 for wipers, which was a good chunk. And then the gloves. So other than that, I'm just kind of blown away. I know it ended up being a little bit not as happy as my normal vlogs, I feel like, but I'm just getting real. It's getting very scary, okay? It's very scary. Like, at what point is it gonna stop? Because grocery runs absolutely hurt every single time. I just did grocery shopping yesterday and spent $250, and now I just had to spend $353. That's $600 in groceries in the last 2 days. Now, obviously the Costco stuff gonna last a lot longer than a week. Alright, so I've got what I ended up getting instead of pork shoulder butt, I don't know why it's so hard for me to say, is boneless ribs. It was about the same price as a pork shoulder butt, and it was a lot less. The one at Costco was massive, which would have been a lot of meals, but I didn't really want to spend that much money, so I went with boneless ribs. All I do with it is make pulled pork in the crock pot, and then did the hamburger. We probably don't need quite 2 pounds, but it's about 2 pounds. This was a 6-pound thing, so I just broke it up evenly into 3 2-pound things like this. Now, my Food Saver is not like perfect. It's not the most amazing one, but I will link it down below. There's like a tiny bit of air, but I'm not really worried about that. This gets eaten up pretty quick before it can even get freezer burned. But I do want to say the reason I freeze them flat and thin like this is because I am a little, I don't know, paranoid with meats, and I'll tell you one reason why, but I always cook frozen meat. For the most part. Now I put it into, like, I fill the sink with water right before I'm going to use it, and I let it sit in there for like 30 minutes, and then just enough to thaw it out, enough to work with, and then I cook it right away. So it's not sitting out at room temperature or warm temperatures for very long. Just, you know, follow the FDA or whatever the rules are, okay? Don't follow me. So if I'm doing tacos, let's say, I will pull this out of the freezer, I'll put it into a sink, and it does not take very long to thaw out, and it's still kind of frozen when I throw it into the pan, and I just kind of chop it up with my little stick thing. Let me show you. This little meat spoon, I don't know, meat spoon? I don't know what this is, a little chopper thing. Anyways, I use that and grind it up. Anyways, they thaw super, super fast. I mean, they could even probably thaw out if you pulled them out in the morning and put this in your fridge, it could probably thaw out. So it's just very convenient, takes less time to thaw out. One of the reasons I am very paranoid about pulling my meat out early is because Costco meat expires so fast. So when I buy bulk meat like this, it's only at Costco. That's our only bulk store. And this hamburger expires tomorrow. I've only ever seen maybe 2 days on the hamburger, and that is it before it expires. And I'm like, okay, if I freeze it today, and then let's say I pull it out, you know, in 2 weeks, and I let it sit in my fridge for 24 hours, I'm like, too far for me, too close, no thank you. So anyways, that's mainly why I cook with frozen meat a lot. I buy this breakfast sausage at Costco and I cut it into 1 pound chunks and I freeze it and we do biscuits and gravy with it. Or you could scramble it up and do like a breakfast scramble. But anyways, this is a 3 pound roll. I think it was, oh, I forgot. I wanna say this roll was like 9 something. So it makes about $3 a pound for breakfast sausage, which is decent. It's nothing crazy, but for us Alaskans, that's a good deal. And when you find a good deal, you just stick with it. I already was getting my food saver out for all of this, so I went ahead and grabbed some. Also, just know that I have washed my hands like 47 times in between. Don't be a nasty and like touch raw meat and then touch this, okay? That's gross. We don't want gross things growing in your kitchen, okay? Wash your hands every time you touch the meat and you need to touch something else, just wash them. Wash your hands. Listen, this freezer is not organized, okay? Should I work on it? Yes, but no judgment, okay? This is what it looks like. We're gonna stick all the meat up here. It is many hours later. We ate dinner. We had our Costco chicken and mac and cheese and it was fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed this Costco vlog. I would like to know from you guys, what kind of Costco videos do you like? Because a lot of the times when I watch other people, they talk through their Costco vlog. They bring you along and talk about items. I don't even know if I could talk that much, but would you guys prefer that if I did them that way instead of, you know, shopping and putting music over it and then talking to you guys and then shopping and putting music over it to kind of show you what I'm getting? If you guys prefer that, maybe I'll try that next time. I thought about it today, but then I chickened out because it's so awkward. You guys, when you're in Costco and you have a camera, like mine's a little tiny camera, but people are just curious on what you're doing. And so they look a little bit longer than normal and they're not being rude. They're just curious because I would also look, if I saw someone filming themselves in Costco, I'd be like, ooh, another vlogger. And so I'd probably stare a little bit longer. Anyways, it's just different talking to a camera. I didn't have anybody with me, so it wasn't like, oh, she's talking to her husband. No, it was just me by myself. But maybe the next one I'll bring Lance along and try out that. But let me know down in the comments what you prefer, if you like how I do my vlogs, or if maybe you were like, hey, you should try it. I did plan to package up the chicken tonight and start my vanilla. Both of those things are not happening. The chicken is actually good for another like 3 or 4 days. So I'm gonna deal with that tomorrow. I left my food saver out. All right, guys, thank you for coming along on this Costco vlog. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.